mutants, welcome to another video, and today we're going to talk about, one of my favorite YouTubers is Star Wars Theory. He is one of my favorite YouTubers of all time, and he is one of my favorite YouTubers for getting Star Wars news, as well as, in his name, hearing Star Wars theories. And he does theories of actual events that happen in Star Wars, and then he does what if situations, like what if Anakin came in to fight Mace Windu or or killed Darth Sidious. What if Anakin fought Mace Windu instead of Palpatine? What if Anakin went to fight General Grievous besides Obi-Wan? What if Order 66 never happened? What if Obi-Wan was the one who died in the fight on Naboo between him, Qui-Gon, and Darth Maul besides Qui-Gon? What if Anakin never became a Jedi? What if he was never discovered? What if Padme and Anakin never really met or had a romantic relationship? What if the Death Star plans never came into the rebels' hands? I mean, some of those theories Star Wars Theory has done, and in his last video at the time of me recording this, which is what if Anakin fought General Grievous instead of Obi-Wan? Towards the end of the video, Star Wars Theory said, "Hey, why don't you name a video that you would like to see me do, and whoever gets the most likes will that will be the next theory I do." And so I said, okay, let's see what theory I like to do, think of. And one was, what if Ahsoka interfered with the events of the original trilogy, which, to be honest, would have changed the original trilogy, and there would have been less need for Luke to be a Jedi, per se, and there wouldn't really have been any use of Luke learning the ways of the Force by Master Yoda. So, that was one theory, because I had two. I had two theories. Well, I was going to say theories. I was going to say, more, ideas of what Star Wars Theory could do. Both containing, Ahsoka. The second one is, what if Ahsoka never got, kicked out of the, Jedi Order? And a lot of people, it has a lot of likes. It has about 600 something likes, so it has a lot of likes. And yeah, there are some people that would like to see Star Wars Theory make a video of that, because it's in the comments. But there's been so many people that's been saying, well, Ahsoka never quit. She never got expelled from the Jedi Order. She quit. And they're only half right. And like I said, this is kind of like a what if scenario. Because I know that, yeah, Ahsoka, and here's why I worded it the way I worded it. What would happen if Ahsoka stayed besides getting expelled from the Jedi Order? Which, if you guys seen the Clone Wars, you guys know that Ahsoka Tano is Anakin Skywalker's apprentice during the Clone Wars, assigned by the Jedi Council. More so, it seems like Luke's by Yoda. And Ahsoka was framed for a murder that she did not commit. It was Barriss Offee, Ahsoka Tano's supposed friend, and also a Jedi at that time. Before they found out, before Ahsoka got her name cleared, she was stripped away from her Jedi rank. The Jedi pretty much kicked her out of the Jedi Order. Kind of suggested by Tarkin, so Ahsoka can be handled in the Republic's way besides the Jedi way, where Ahsoka would potentially have an unfair advantage in the trial. And so the Jedi thought about what Tarkin said, and they kicked her out of the Jedi Order, which was unfair. I would have pretty much been the Anakin position, backing her up, trying to find evidence that shows Ahsoka was innocent. And it was clear to Anakin that Ahsoka wasn't only an apprentice to him. She was like a really good friend and debatedly a sister type figure to him. And and with the help of Anakin, Ahsoka does get her name cleared. And keep in mind, this is still at the time when the Jedi kind of expelled Ahsoka. When the truth came out that Barriss was behind, framing Ahsoka and for the crimes that she framed Ahsoka for, the Jedi Order did offer Ahsoka back, and Ahsoka refused. So, technically, those people who said in the replies, "Oh, well, Ahsoka left the Jedi Order." That's half right. I'm only saying that's half right because they're saying, well, Ahsoka never got expelled. Oh, I highly suggest watching her last story arc for Ahsoka in Season 5. That will show you that the Jedi did expel Ahsoka from the Jedi. She was a Padawan, and since she didn't have hair like, us humans, she had to wear a bead. Even, as a mark of her being a Padawan. They took that bead away too, furthering that she was no longer a Jedi. And so, yeah, she technically did get expelled. When she was on trial, she technically was not a Jedi, because she was kicked out. She might be a Jedi in here, but officially, Ahsoka was not a Jedi. And then, when her name was cleared, she was still technically not a Jedi. When the Jedi Council offered Ahsoka back, a chance to go back in the Jedi Order after her name was cleared, Ahsoka was still not a Jedi when that offer came about. I'm not saying she was exactly a Sith, but she technically was not a Jedi. She was, you can say, a citizen of the Republic who had, Jedi training, who is Force sensitive. But at that time, she was not a Jedi anymore. And she had every opportunity, right then and there, to say, yes, I will go back in the Jedi Order. I will accept your guys' offer. But she chose not to. So, you can say that I'm right, she did get expelled from the Jedi Order. And you can say those people who are trying to argue with me that no, she did not get expelled, she just walked out, that they're half right. That, yeah, she did get expelled, but when she had the chance to go back in the Jedi Order, she refused. She did walk out. So hence, I am right and they're right. At the same, so we're both right. And Ahsoka did abandon the Jedi Order. Well, didn't really abandon, but left the Jedi Order. She had another chance of going back when Anakin decided to talk to her, but she still refused. Now, granted that we see her in Season 7, but that doesn't mean that she is officially back in the Jedi Order. This just means that she's working with the Jedi Order and the Republic at the same time. But, long story short, if you watched Ahsoka's last episode, story arc, in the Clone Wars of Season 5, you will see what I mean. That Ahsoka did technically get kicked out of the Jedi Order. The Jedi Council might not have been exactly pleased with that decision, but they kind of saw it as a betterment of having the trials go through more smoothly. Now, was that a douchebag thing to do of the Jedi Council? Maybe. But that doesn't change the fact that they still technically kicked Ahsoka out, and then later technically asked Ahsoka, who was still technically kicked out of the Jedi Order, so she technically was not a Jedi at the time, to come back in to be a Jedi, to be a member of the Jedi Order once again, and she refused. Rightfully so, because if a group, if I was falsely accused of something I did not do, well, hence falsely accused, and a group of people that I hang out with turn their backs on me in any way, when I was being falsely accused, and they say, oh, well, since you're innocent, you want to come back in? I would literally, knowing me, I don't care if I get yelled at for saying this, but I would tell them to go fuck themselves. Like, you decided to turn your back on me when I was low, when I could have used your help, and you have the nerve to ask me to go back into your little group or order. No. Go F yourselves. That's probably what I would say. Now, Ahsoka kind of did that, but in a more polite and respectful way. Just, you know. So, and kind of touching on the whole Ahsoka, what if Ahsoka continued to be a Jedi? Like, accepted that offer? Yeah, she could have died in Order 66, but she could have get, like, really lucky. Yeah, Kanan got lucky. Like, the Jedi instructor of the Rebels. He survived the events of Order 66. Yes, his master had to sacrifice themselves in order for him to live, but it still counts as he got lucky and lived. And maybe, and I'll make similar arguments as I made in the replies. Maybe the Force, if she was a Jedi, had plans for her to survive. I'm pretty sure Dave Filoni, if he decided to have Ahsoka still be a part of the Jedi Order, could have wrote it off, like in Rebels, that she had survived in Order 66. I mean, he, like, somehow. I mean, that's what he did with Kanan. I mean, yeah, like I said, with Kanan's case, his master had to die in order for him to survive, and he was a Padawan at the time. Ahsoka, yeah, maybe maybe Ahsoka had to go through what Kanan did by having another Jedi sacrifice themselves in order for her to live. Maybe she would have died. Maybe she would have been stationed on Mandalore. Was assigned to find out Darth Maul and fight him. And maybe she faked her own deaths like she did in the book with Captain Rex, pretty much having the story that's been told about Ahsoka and how she kind of did survive the Jedi Order play out similar to how it is right now, but with her still being a Jedi at that time. Or maybe it could have been a different way she survived. If she survived. So this theory about what if Ahsoka still remained a Jedi, her chances of surviving Order 66, yeah, will be slim. Would be slim. But there's still a chance. And I know there was no need for me to make this video. Or like in terms of defending myself, but for those of you who came on like my replies on the Star Wars Theories channel and decided to kind of like be critical or bash me in any way of having that like potential theory coming true, this is where I'm coming from. Now, if you guys still think it's a dumb theory after hearing this, then okay. I mean, you just exactly disagreeing with me won't hurt my feelings. I figured I would make a video kind of explaining my side. And if you don't believe me by saying Ahsoka did technically get expelled from the Jedi Order, then I'm telling you, as much respect as I have, go watch Ahsoka's final episodes in Season 5. You will see, yeah, she got framed for a murder she did not do. And then she was on a run. When she got captured, her Jedi rank was taken from her. She was technically no longer a part of the Jedi Council. So you will see in that retrospect that I am right. Because she had her Jedi title taken away. She was kicked out of the Jedi Order. And yes, she did get an offer to come back into the Jedi Order, but she refused. And yeah, she walked out of the Jedi Order. So to a certain extent, you guys are also right as well. But you guys also got to acknowledge that I am also right in this case as well. Because I got visual proof. If you want to see that visual proof, watch the last story arc for Ahsoka in Season 5. That will surely back my argument up. And I think it was in like the second episode in that last story arc. Because I think it was like a 3-part episode. And it was in that second episode where... Second or third episode. I think it was more so the third episode now I think about it. Where Ahsoka had her Jedi rank removed and was temporarily kicked out of the Jedi Order. And I do stress, at the time it was temporary. But yeah, she did walk out of the Jedi Order. She just was expelled first. Because, like I said, I was at FU, stuck up my middle finger, and walked off if that ever happened to me. Like, how dare you offer me that after you had like no faith in me whatsoever? And you can't even say that you have faith in me if you kicked me out of the group for thinking I did something I didn't do. And I would have been every right of saying that. Same with Ahsoka, in her case, for what she did. And it takes a lot of balls to say, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not coming back with something that you've known for all of your life. And that's why Ahsoka will always be one of my favorite Star Wars heroes. Is because she found the strength to try to investigate the whole setup to find out who really framed her. And she had the strength of not coming into an order that kind of did her wrong on so many levels. That is how she reacted when she found out that her old master had turned to the dark side of the Force. But anyways, what do you guys think? Now that you guys heard my side of why I put down what if Ahsoka stayed in the Jedi Temple or Order, do you guys agree with me in any way? Or wait, or like, and what's your theory on if she accepted the Jedi Council's offer to come back into the Jedi Order? What do you guys think would or could have happened to Ahsoka if she was still a Jedi? I mean, she, like I said, I'm completely aware that she could have been caught in Order 66. But she could have been like Kanan and somehow survived the offense of Order 66. But regardless if her slim of surviving it was low, she had, in my opinion, one of the best training ever. Anakin. So she was trained in how to think like Anakin, how to survive. Plus she had to execute that when she had to, in that little story arc she was in, where she had to be a slave, and she met Chewbacca, and she got freed by some of the Wookiee warriors. But anyways, what do you guys think about my whole argument? Do you agree or disagree with me? Do you agree with all my points, or do you disagree with some or all my points? Leave a comment below, and may the Force be with us all.